True peace, true peace.
True peace, true peace.
Happy holiday, Mom.
Happy holy day.
All's well, big bro.
Oh yeah, man. Just been trying to handle some business today. Paying some bills and stuff like that.
Yes.
Trying to and straighten out my GoDaddy account.
You got a GoDaddy?
Yeah, for my website.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know you built on GoDaddy.
Yeah, I have been with them for a minute. Yeah,
I'm liking
man.
GoDaddy.
You don't mess with them?
No, I said I'm liking them. That's what the new site is on. Our new temple site.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been using, bro. GoDaddy.
Okay. Okay.
hmm That's why I'm like, I didn't know you was on there too. Like, oh yeah, I think we can
Yeah.
collaborate on certain things or something like that.
Right. Right. We could do something with it. I mean, because like I said, I mean, you do websites and all that kind of stuff, and with GoDaddy, you can go right in there and update stuff and change stuff and any sites that you have.
Yeah, yeah. Because you can't add me as a collaborator to the site. That's what we did with the Afro Down project. That's how I was able
Okay.
to get that website up.
Uh, well, anything you do for me, bro, I will compensate you for it. I don't ask nobody to do stuff for free. You know, the guy who actually built that website for me, I don't even do business with him no more. So it's just been like that for a while.
But I'm here, bro. I'm here to be of service.
Yeah,
Thank God I'm
man.
gonna go right back to the community. Sure.
Right. Friday, man, is a holy day, man. I had a good conversation with Toon yesterday, and
Yes,
it's all positive.
yeah, me, man. We was on the phone earlier. I passed out on him again. I passed out on him last night.
Uh,
I passed out on him this evening. I'm tired, back. I told you about the tornado we had, right?
yeah, yeah, I didn't even know that. I was trying to get a hold of you. I just wanted you to take a look at this contract. It's kind of like a generic contract that the trader was sending from New York City, just so you could see like what it is. Not even it's not a smart
Okay,
contract or nothing, but some kind of contract.
okay, I got you. I got you. Well, we can always turn a paper contract to a smart contract if it's viable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, but that's why I wanted you to look at it. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Got
To be honest with you, it was a lot of language in there that I didn't totally get, like to a full
you.
conceptual understanding about UCC stuff, and there's a lot of language in there that I know you understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm definitely on it. Whenever you send it to me, just let me know. I'll be
So
ready
that's
to
what I
look
was
out.
hitting you up about that, so I can forward that email to you, but don't share with nobody, just for you.
Oh yeah, mom's the word, big bro. Mom's the word.
Yeah, and then I don't even have to say that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying like I've been keeping things real, real private.
Yeah.
So I
Yes,
can
sir.
see everything that's going on, man. But the CEO, I don't really think that we need to do business with him now. I talked to him what he's saying that he's going to do. Um, so they're probably going to wish they had to deal business with us with the nominee, because now in the future if they need something, they got to do alone now. You see what I'm saying?
That's
With the
what's
nominee.
coming.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they're not even getting no Bitcoin, but you will at least have some nominee. So when things do go, where it's gonna go, they will have that, or been able to utilize, or if they utilize it to help us make money, I'd be more willing to work with them. But it sounded like they were just trying to get something from us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's essentially what is going on. Uh, you know, without us vetting them professionally, that's essentially what's going on. Because 9 times out of 10, when we put them professional eyes on them, it shakes. Because
Mm,
this morning, man, this morning was a blessing. It was a total blessing. All this blessings back to back to back to back, bro. It was crazy. Uh, Even through the trials or whatever. I don't got to mention them, but you know them. You know the trials I'm dealing with. So it's like just to see some of that, kind of lacks up, and then just some things I've been asking for a while, just personally with my family in regards with my family. Uh,
mm, mm,
yeah, bro, blessings, bro.
Man, that's good news to hear, man, on the holy day.
Of course, I'm gonna tell you deeper when we get off the line because I don't really like talking too much about my personal family unless unless we in the private. But just know, bro,
Right,
most high
right.
working, bro. Most high working, bro.
Mm,
Demons working, but most high working greater. You already know. Always,
right, right, right.
big time, bro. I ain't got nothing but up view from here because it's like, bro, we work so hard, bro, just to get to this con- uh, contentment of clarity, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
I feel that.
today I gained a lot of insight that just, man, whoa. When I say boosted the confidence, bro, just crazy. So I've been trying to plant the little seeds or whatever, so we can prep for me, you, and brother Idris to kind of meet up, have a one-on-one real quick, cause um yeah, whatever happens next week, it, everything is good. We got good eggs in the basket, bro, and we're gonna be seeing some movement and progression. That's for sure. I know. And like you
Yes.
say, they're gonna have to get in on the brunt end of the stick now, cause they had all. But,
Woo!
but I said they had all opportunity to get in where they fit in, big bro.
Exactly.
Mm,
Exactly.
big bro. I'm like, wow, 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 wow. This is wild spill, boy.
Man, you did offer it up to everybody, man. Some people who I know, like I said, I was talking to them. They don't see it or they want to go a different way, or it's all good. Don't say that. Like you said, we didn't. What I mean? Try to pull you in this way. You know what I'm saying? You went the other way.
That's right. That's right.
So you thought whatever you thought. You know what I'm saying? And then when you see the real, what it really is, you're like, man, I don't supposed to call him Mo. You know what I'm saying?
They don't seem to call them more. Right. Because they can't get in touch with me no more. They trying to reach out to who they can. That's what's going on, man. Because they know I'm cutting people off left and right. I ain't hanging on the retardedness. I ain't hanging on to the mentality of success. People out here playing victims. Nah,
Man,
man.
it's like some people, man, are energy vampires. They come to you, you know what I'm saying? They try to get as much as they can get from you. You know what I'm saying? Of your
Yeah,
energy, and they don't give nothing back.
bro. That
That's
audit
not cool, bro. That's not cool. Huh?
I ran down the audit for brother. Let me do the prayer and then we gonna finish. Let me do the prayer real quick. Let's open this up. So we
Okay.
we we pay respects to the peoples in the world and the
Yeah.
prophet.
Yeah.
First off, I want to give all honors to the divine prophet and the forerunner Marcus Garvey and all of the divine and divine messengers and prophets. We honor all divine prophets and welcome to Unity Temple number 24. We are the World Temple of the Moorish Science Temple of America. We are a globally incorporated and chartered temple of the Moorish National and Divine Movement in the U.S. And now we're on a global front as Moorish Americans, Moorish Asians, and Moorish Africans and World Islanders. And we're here to do our thing. So welcome. Islam, Islam, Islam. Let me go ahead and do this Moorish America, this not Moorish America, but this World Parliamentary Opening. And we're gonna get on the ball. Me and my big brother, we got nothing but good news, and we hope y'all are in good spirits because we are always in good spirits, even through the ups, the sideways, the left ways, and the downways. We still propagating the faith through the highways and the byways. So let me go ahead and get them this prayer real quick, bro, and we're gonna continue. All right, begin all prayers and thinking by using El Kalum, prayer of the Ansars. O Heavenly One, the Most High, who is sustainer of all the worlds, we do accept the duty you have laid on us to clean up the filth made by the West and its non-submitting fools. O my sustainer, we beseech you to keep your hand over us to control the courses, to control the streams of the courses of our lives, our sustainer. And if we do wrong, please show thy divine blessings and forgiveness on us. You are the only one that can raise us true followers of the news bearer, and in our name we carry on. All right. We're gonna do the daily affirmations real quick. What we accept is fact, the daily affirmation of loyalty of the children of the Elohim. We accept as fact the eternal laws of nature as revealed through science, past events, logic, and common sense, revealed as right knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We accept as fact the highest laws of nature is the cooperation and harmony of all living things. We accept as fact our way of life as a means to the best end. We accept as fact that loyalty is the greatest of all honors and treason is the worst of all crimes. We accept as fact that what is good for the Holy Tabernacle is the highest virtue, and what is bad for the Holy Tabernacle is the ultimate evil. We accept this fact that the Holy Tabernacle is the finest and noblest organization for all humanity, created by circumstances, and the ancient and mystic order of Melchizedek is the noblest of fraternities on and above this planet. We accept this fact that creativity, love, and cooperation are the essence of success. We accept this fact that truth and facts are always and has always been the originator and creator of all success. We accept this fact that all worthwhile cultures and civilizations came about from the ancient Sumerians and Kamite Egyptians and the Anunnaki or Elohims from the heavens, without which there would be none. We accept this fact that for the Holy Tabernacle to survive, expand, and advance, we need, first of all, a revolution of values and thoughts, which must start within each person by being truthful with themselves and about themselves. Therefore, we completely and categorically reject all myths, fictions, religions, and lies that have not been proven. That would include your heavens, your hells, your hellfires, and brimstones, your horned pitchfork devils, your winged angels, and your old man God character sitting on the throne up there somewhere. We deal strictly with facts. If you can't prove it, we don't want to hear it. That doesn't mean we won't listen to you. Just don't expect us to accept your beliefs by virtue of a title such as Reverend, Pastor, Deacon, Imam, Sheik, Rabbi, Minister, Theologian, etc. That is your sensationalism, and we deal with just the facts. We accept this fact that the only true revolution is a war of good against evil, right against wrong, fairness against unfairness, loyalty against disloyalty, sincerity against insincerity, honesty against dishonesty. And this war is fought within each person among the agreeable and disagreeable Elohims that make up your willpower. We accept this fact that the unity of our community and its success will only happen with cooperation with all involved. We accept this fact that we accept this fact the total unification of all humanity on the basis of truth, that is, accepting people and races for who and what they are, respecting their culture, their languages, and their beliefs, and expect the same. We accept this fact that the human race, its biological and cultural heritage is now under attack by our own morals, our self-righteousness, our desire to control industry. And these things attack the very existence of humanity. We accept this fact that males as well as females are equal in all things and shall be dealt with as partners in all matters. We accept this fact that no one race of people is better than the other. In fact, no one wins the race in racism. We accept this fact that communication between different people is the cure to the ignorance that breeds the disease hate. We accept this fact that a good and well-rounded education could prevent most of the ignorance that plagues the world. We accept this fact that the all is just that, the all. You can't take from the all, you can't add to the all. We are all within the all is one. That is our concept of what you call a deity. To the fulfillment of these facts, we children of the Elohim forever pledge our lives, our sacred honor, and our spiritual zeal. Islam. So let me read the divine constitution and bylaws. We're going to go into it. Act 1. The Grand Sheik and the chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America is empowered to make laws and enforce laws with the assistance of the Prophet and the Grand Body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The assistant Grand Sheik is to assist the Grand Sheik in all affairs if he lives according to love, true peace, freedom, and justice. And it is known before the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Act 2. All meetings are to be open and closed promptly according to the Circle 7 and love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest because on a Friday the first man was formed in flesh, and on a Friday the first man departed out of flesh and ascended unto his Father God Allah. For that cause, Friday is the holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, true peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No member is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister because the law is love. Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government because by being a Moorish American, you are part and parcel of the government and must live the life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are a part and parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free and national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Zabuwr the prophet to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and parcel of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become part of the uplifting of humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet, Zabuwr, through the guidance of his Father God Allah, Islam. All right, all right, all right. 5 fingers up, 2 fingers up. Y'all know how to go. We'll do the prayer. All right, all right, all right. Get this prayer knocked out, and then we're gonna open up. True peace, true peace. Like I say, for those that know, stand to the east. 5 fingers on the left, 2 fingers on the right. Heels at the 45-degree angle. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector and my guide and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Zabuwr. Amen. True peace, true peace. Yeah, so big bro, that was crazy today. Happy holiday, y'all. Happy holiday. Today is the blessings have been up. Brother Idris is touched down. Let me try to see if we can get him in the room. True peace, true peace. I'm going to make you a moderator. I'm sorry about that, Mo. Yeah, but we fully open. Over the floor is open. I'm about to get share the room, get the people in here.
True peace. Could I
Go
read
ahead.
one thing on the holy day?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what this is for, Noble. The opening is open. And now we can go into the readings, the sacred readings, and anything you want to open up and read over Islam.
Islam. Alhamdulillah, Rabbi Alameen. Highest honors to Prophet Noble Ali. Friday, January 15th, 1929. Prophet warns all Muslims. Governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical, agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cars at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your car is for your salvation. Follow and obey these orders will be failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom. And when these principles are violated, justice must take its course. Any member or group of members who holds malicious feelings towards the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card button, cease to wearing their turban or fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Jew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out a divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is the everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sins by the order of Prophet Noble Jew Ali. Islam,
Is
I yield.
Islam. Yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Holy Day, Muslims. We are embodied. We are embodied. Yeah, so it's been blessings, blessings on blessings on blessings, and we gonna keep standing for getting blessed, and not missing our blessings. That's for sure. I'm glad to have you with me, brother Mo. We've been through a lot. There's been some crazy things, and they might have to get in on the brunt end of the stick. Oh, that's just that.
Yeah, it was better if you can, you know what I'm saying, like get in now than wait until you're forced to. You see what I'm saying?
Islam. Uh, Gratitude is the order of the day, just like nationality is the order of the day. And we're here to teach our people their nationality and their divine creed. And yeah, we get into it, man. I want to give special shout outs to all of the divine prophets, as well as the grand body and the grand major temple and the grand man Kenu Bey, and our divine minister Kenneth Bey, our business manager, and also our grand governor, the Alandi brothers. Uh, those brothers have been working hard. They've been doing their thing. They ever get a chance to come back and hear this, because Kenu was actually on Clubhouse now. Have you seen him?
I
Kenu
haven't
was
seen
online.
Kenny on Clubhouse. I seen him on Facebook, but not on Clubhouse.
Yeah, we got brother Kenneth and Kenu on here now.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Yeah, brother Kenu was with us. He got a profile now. Wish I could find his profile more easily. I gotta sift through the crowd because I'm trying to bring him in
Okay.
because it allowed me to ping people. So that's what I be doing.
Oh, well, I've been getting
Ping.
messages from you or something. Something. I think I didn't know that was called pinging with like a message or something. Say something. You know, it's like we in the room or something. That I look and I see like, oh,
Yeah,
okay. Uh,
that's how we ping each other and just it's kind of like calling. So me and Idris actually been using this more than we've been using the other platforms because it's just easy and like I've been saying, it's easier, it's more convenient, and it is what it is. We able to communicate swiftly, and the people that want to attend the Holy Day service in person, it's nothing to cut the Zoom or the free conference call on, and people could actually see what we're doing on the screen, and
oh
things that we're
wow.
doing in the school.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's easy to work together as a family and just bring our people together. Islam, you know what I mean?
Islam. Okay. Yeah. I love it.
I'm about to see if I can find them in the hallway. Let you do a search. Let you do a search. And I did follow him the other day. Yeah, I did follow him the other day. So he should be with us. Uh, Trying to see if I can find him now again. Yeah, that brother look like there's a brother who got a profile on here who look like he remind me of Phoenix.
Oh, okay. You know, the brother, he's a good brother, man. You know, he means well, you know.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He did a lot of good a lot of good stuff on free conference call. He was really hoping to, get the people to up to speed to get ready for all of what's going on now, you know?
Yeah, cause we had a lot of incoming traffic with with the everything that we started off doing, and so now we could filter that traffic back our way, and there's a lot of things we can get into. So that's pretty much where we at with it. Um,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to all the things that are about to come about. Just all the people that are gonna be kind of revolving back because a lot of people got pulled away with the rumors and things like that that's been going on, and all the chaos that's kind of been going about. And we want to bring our people to one center fold. So I'm actually reaching out to some of the people that just recently signed up. So I'm sending them invites to the temple so they can come and see how the structure is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
We can build it up.
It'll all work itself out, you know what I'm saying? It always does, you
Yeah,
know?
because we're supposed to be collaborating in any way we can. There's no point in trying to everybody trying to compete about this temple, that temple. It's good to have different temple platforms, but we still need to be able to work with each other, in a massive kind of way.
Yes.
So I'm actually messaging the grand man right now. I just messaged a lot of people. Richard Neil Bay, some of the well-known Moors in the temple. and reaching
Mhm.
out so they come in and build with us on the on the day to day and the weekly.
Yeah.
So I'm sending them the room invite. They'll at least be able to go back and listen to. They'll be able to at least go back and listen to the listen to the the replay or whatever, and that'll be good. That'll be real good.
Mhm.
So I found Kenu. I just found Kenu. Uh, Uriel Bay, and then all the Moors the invite. All the Moors I see across. I'm gonna also share the room, y'all. I'm gonna share the room before we go into the next readings, which is the which is the covenant of the Asiatic nation, chapter 25, or the Holy Quran, circle 7, and we're gonna read that. We're gonna go over our sacred readings and literatures, and we're gonna get it started.
It's
Islam.
on.
Yeah, we want to make sure we do our thing every week.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know Les Brown was here too. Les Brown on Clubhouse, bro.
Uh, yeah.
I'm about to shout.
I like less information, man. It's very motivational. His story is also motivational and gives a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, it does. Truly does. Um, uh, we didn't get to have tribunal for Thursday, I think, because the tornado. But we will be back live in 5 next week, and on schedule. So we will be having the motivation pumping. I will be playing some Les, some Jim Ron, some ET. Of course, we gotta pay respects and honors to our brother ET, and we want our people to come in and participate, really show the world what it looked like. Because
Yeah.
other than that, we just talking, talking, talking. And I'm done with the lip service. That's basically what that is. For the people that been trying to give us the lip service and just get as much as they can out of us without actually giving any value. You know what I mean? That's what's coming to a halt. So we teaching our people, like I said, they divine creed and they nationality. You can join us, pay your temple dues. A lot of people have an issue with actually being, members and paying their temple dues and actually participating in paying the temple tax, but they don't know that's what protects them in the temple and allows us, what I mean, to go go to work for them, go to bat for them. That's equity. You putting equity in. Equity must be seen. Equity must be seen. Divine equity must be seen. You see. And this goes back to one of the lectures that I played here before, called biblical equity. You know what I mean? So, if for those that did get a chance to listen and remember that, you'll see that we went over a lot of grave things that the people, our people, need to understand in particular, because they're not getting this information in a thorough kind of way that we're giving it. They might have different other speakers. And one of the great speakers on here that I'm really truly appreciating his work, he really stepping up for the people, our people, uh, on here, brother Phase One. I'm trying to invite him so he can come, speak in our room and host the room, one of these nights. Because Phase kind of go on late at night, but it'll be a blessing to have a brother, host the room for us, for the Nubians and the Nubian Moors, so that way they understand the information that's coming from us as Nuwabians, us as Nuwabian Moors, and what it truly means to get into the deep vastness of studying and understanding the teachings of the master teacher. You know, because a lot of people are confused, like I say all the time, about the work of the master teacher and thinking that it's separate from the works of the prophet Islam. So, you know, I'm glad everybody coming through, making their contributions. Uh, I'm still sharing the rooms. Let me share this room real quick to the public networks, to Facebook, stuff like that. So you can feel free to share it to the hallway. I already kind of shared it in the hallway. I sent a message to Grandman uh, and some of the people on here. Give Les a follow. The Before I jump and share it, make sure reach everybody I need to be reaching. I need to reaching. Yeah, because there's a lot of powerful people on here. We just got to link them in uh, and get them, you know, get them on board.
Yes.
Yeah, I would invite this brother, but he look like he got too much other stuff going on. So I'm gonna let that be. Let me go ahead and share this to the brother Walter. Yeah, Islam. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, because we don't have the notification bell, so people don't see when we go live. You see, so we gotta, you know, I'll be having to inform people most of the time. I'm gonna start scheduling the rooms. It's a lot to keep up with, you know. So, uh, you know, that's why it's kind of, uh, you know, not difficult, but we haven't been able to, you know, just put those, you know, put those, you know, put those, you know, put those schedulings up. So, but we're gonna get used to it. We're gonna get back on it, and I need to start making my rounds again, so that way, you know, we can get it in. I'm inviting some of the key people into our space. Some of the key people that I know on here. Islam. Tamari on here, bro. You heard me? Islam. I just found brother Tamari. Coach on here. Just seen Coach. Yeah, it's good to have these people here. I'm just messaging the people trying to get them to come in. It's like we notice high usage of this from your account. Well, of course, I'm trying to get the people to come in. We're gonna jump into the readings real quick. We got the people in here, so I'm about to get into it for us. Islam. Happy holy day, big brother Kenny. Uh, We about to get into it. Thank you for everybody that came through. We about to do our thing. Brother Idris made it home, made it safely. All praises due. So let's do this. All right, we're gonna read chapter 25 of the Holy Quran, Circle 7. For those that are coming in that be playing the replays, you can open up with us when you take a listen. And we're about to go over chapter 25, which is a holy covenant of the Asiatic nation. So we have our covenant, we have our divine laws and bylaws, or divine covenant and bylaws, or divine constitution and bylaws, and we have a holy covenant of the Asiatic nation. And so I hear a lot of people, discussing about, the prophet never did this or did that when it comes to states craftsmanship and things of that nature. So they miss the power of what we have in place that was done by way of the prophet, because the prophet was perfect in his works. Regardless of some of the principles and some of the things he had to put together for the time being. With that, that was just that, as the master teacher and other people have explained plenty of times. For people who try to dissect the prophet to the point where they're twisting the point of his intentions, and the master teacher or any other leader that came about and gave critiques to the prophet work, that wasn't what their intentions was. Their intentions was to grow and keep us developing, in a great way. And the Moors have their own way of communication, and that's what the prophet quantumized for us, or canonized for us. And that's how we need to communicate and move forward with what we have. So Islam, I'm gonna go into the readings. So the the holy covenant of the Asiatic nation, or a holy covenant of the Asiatic nation, as it reads, it states, "Ye are the children of one father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother had given you suck. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. And when ye separate in the world, remember the relation that binded you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. If thy brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of thy father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued to you all in your love to each other." Islam. So that's chapter 25. We can go to chapter 47 and read chapter 47 and 48. And before we go into chapter 47, we want to reflect and always understand the power of what the prophet put in place for us, like I said, with that covenant, because a lot of temples are confused about the power that they have through the holy covenant of the Asiatic nation. And like the master teacher I was listening to the other day, he broke down, if you look at Elijah Muhammad, he was more of an Asiatic brother, and then you have your African brothers, which you have your Moorish African brothers, and you have your Moorish Asiatic brothers. And that's essentially what we have to understand, that technically, he came from the East just as well as Dr. York came from the East, which will be considered coming from the East as well, with Africa. And at one point in time, you know, all of that was called Asia, or either Mu. So, we have to give respects where respect is due, and understand the multiplicity and the multi-dimension of things that we have, that comes about and available to us as a people for information. Because we should be looking for unity and not disunity, learning to love instead of hate, right? So, Islam. With that, I'm gonna read chapter 47, called Egypt, the capital empire of the Dominion of Africa. And it reads, "The inhabitants of Africa are the descendants of the ancient Canaanites from the land of Canaan. Old man Cush and his family are the first inhabitants of Africa who came from the land of Canaan. His father Ham and his family was second. Then came the word Ethiopia, which means the demarcation line of the dominion of Amexem, the first true and divine name of Africa. The dividing of the land between the father and the son. The dominion of Cush, northeast and southeast Africa, and northwest and southwest was his father's dominion of Africa. In later years, many of their brethren from Asia and the Holy Lands joined them. The Moabites from the land of Moab, who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle in and inhabit northwest Africa, they were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire, with their Canaanite, Hittite, and Amorite brethren, who sovereign from the land of Canaan, seeking new homes. Their dominion and habitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa across Great Atlantis, even unto the present North, South, and Central America, and also Mexico and the Atlantis Islands, before the great earthquake which caused the Great Atlantic Ocean. The river Nile was dredged and made by the ancient pharaohs of Egypt in order to trade with the surrounding kingdoms. Also, the Niger River was dredged by the great pharaoh of Egypt in those ancient days for trade, and it extends eastward from the river Nile westward across the Great Atlantic. It was used for trade and transportation. According to all true and divine records of the human race, there is no Negro, black, or colored race attached to the human family, because all inhabitants of the African, because all inhabitants of Africa were and are of the human race, descendants of the ancient Canaanite nation from the Holy Land of Canaan. What your ancient forefathers were, you are today without shadow of doubt or contradiction. There is no one who is able to change man from the descendant nature of his forefathers unless his power extends beyond the great universal creator Allah himself. These holy and divine laws are from the prophet Nabi Ali, the founder of the Uniting of the Moorish Temple of America. These laws are to be strictly preserved by members of all the temples of the Moorish Temple of America, that they will learn to open their meeting and guide it according to the principles of love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Every subordinate temple of the Grand Major Temple is to form under the covenant of love, true peace, freedom, and justice, and to create their own laws and customs in conjunction with the laws of the Prophet and the Grand Temple. The Prophet Noble Ali was sent by the great God Allah to warn all Asiatics of America to repent from their sinful ways before that great and awful day that is sure to come. The time has come when every nation must worship under its own vine and fig tree, and every tongue must confess his own. Through sin and disobedience, every nation has suffered slavery due to the fact that they honor not the creed and principles of their forefathers. That is why the nationality of the Moors was taken away from them in 1774, and the word Negro, black, and colored was given to the Asiatics of America, who were of Moorish descent, because they honored not the principles of their mother and father, and strayed after the gods of Europe, of whom they knew nothing. So that was the end of chapter 47. And the prophet, pretty much reiterated what we learned in the Bible, the Qur'aan, and the Vedic text, the Bhagavad Gita, and other sacred scriptures like the Apocrypha that have came about throughout time. So we have to recognize, and this is why we go over these particular readings and chapters every Friday, every holy day, because these are the core teachings and fundamentals of what it means to be a Moorish American, Moorish Asian, and Moorish African, and now World Islander, because the prophet or the world professor Noble Ali has laid down, like I said, the perfect structure for us, to take the step in the next direction. And we had other forerunners come along and continue the same. So with that, I'm gonna go into chapter 48, called the End of Times and the Fulfilling of the Prophecies. And it reads: the last prophet in these days is Noble Ali, who was prepared divinely in due time by Allah to redeem man from their sinful ways, and to warn them of the great wrath which is sure to come upon the earth. John the Baptist was the forerunner of Jesus in those days, to warn and stir up the nation and prepare them to receive the divine creed which was to be taught by Jesus. In these modern days, there came a forerunner of Jesus who was divinely prepared by the great God Allah, and his name was Marcus Garvey, who did teach and warn the nations of the earth to prepare to meet the coming prophet who was to bring the true divine creed of Islam. And his name is Noble Ali, who was prepared and sent to this earth by Allah to teach the old time religion and the everlasting gospels to the sons of men, that every nation shall and must worship under their own vine and fig tree and return to their own and be one with their Father God Allah. The Moorish Temple of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated organization. Any subordinate temple that desires to receive a charter, the Prophet has them to issue to every state throughout the United States, etc., that the world may hear and know the truth, that among the descendants of Africa there is still much wisdom to be learned in these days for the redemption of the sons of men under love, true peace, freedom, and justice. We, as a clean and pure nation descended from the inhabitants of Africa, do not desire to amalgamate or marry into the families of the pale-skinned nations of Europe, need to serve the gods of their religion, because our forefathers are the true and divine fathers of the first religious creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind on earth. Therefore, we are returning the church and Christianity back to the European nations, as it was prepared by their forefathers for their earthly salvation. While we, the Moorish Americans, are returning to Islam, which was founded by our forefathers for our earthly and divine salvation. The covenant of the great God Allah: honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be longer upon the earth land, which the Lord thy God Allah had given thee. Come, all ye Asiatics of America, and hear the truth about your nationality and birthright, because you are not Negroes. Learn of your forefathers' ancient and divine creed, that you will learn to love instead of hate. We are trying to uplift fallen humanity. Come and link yourself with the fallen nations. With the family of nations. We honor all true and divine prophets. Islam. Islam, Islam, Islam. Shalom, shalom, shalom. And that's the readings for the holy day for us. And Brother Mo already made his contribution with giving us that divine warning. True peace, noble Idris. Welcome, 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 welcome. Islam.
True peace.
Happy holiday, man.
True
Most
peace,
deaf.
true peace.
Most
Islam.
deaf.
You touched down safely, noble. All's well.
All is well.
Islam. Islam. That's right. So we in good spirits. Um, like I said, Allah is doing his thing and making sure that we as a people are able to be present, sane, have our right mind, have the right knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for what it is that we came to do in this particular day and time. And I'm glad to have you two brothers on at the same time. So y'all mind if we build Islam?
I got time till my uncle show up. But yeah.
Let's
Islam. So we
build.
trying to get you and Mo online at the same time. So I mean, let's jump right into it. Islam.
Word, Islam. It's good.
Rabat. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hotep. Hakatep. True peace. Welcome, 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 everybody. This is Unity Temple number 24 of the Moorish Science Temple of America. We are a chartered and incorporated temple of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and now Asia, Africa, and our world islands. And we are teaching our people their divine creed and nationality. And as we say, come link yourself with the family of nations. Islam, let's do that. So, how was your flight? No.
Um, the first one was a little uncomfortable, but I did get to rest for about 2 hours on it. And
Yeah, I
then
had passed out on. I'm sorry, Noble.
nah, don't be sorry unless it hurt. But you good.
Islam. No, I ain't
Um,
mean. I had to catch them Z's.
yeah, definitely. Um, but then the second flight from Seattle to Vegas was cool. Cause I just, hey, look, let me tell you. So I started watching that movie Moonfall when I woke up on the first flight, and then we landed and all that. So I finished watching it on the flight from Seattle to Vegas. Yo, man, if them motherfuckers don't stop taking our stories and making these cornball movies, like I if you haven't watched it, I advise you to check it out. The one with Halle Berry and the one white
Okay.
dude, and it's called Moonfall because the moon is falling to the earth because it gets thrown out of its orbit and it starts a spiraling orbit towards the earth. But there's a whole and I there's a whole nother. I don't do good beating around the bush, so I'm gonna just have to be quiet. But yeah, you got to check it out because once you see it and you get through the first portion of the slow drag of the dialogue, and then you get to the meat that had my chakras like, oh man, look at these mugs, man. Oh man, Lawiy gotta watch this.
Hmm.
Straight up. And they man, look, man, they talk about us. They talk about our journey through the stars. They talking about our home civilization. They talking about our coming to this planet and seeding life here and the reasons why we came here. They talking about it, yo. They it was wow.
Yeah, it it because some of the Netflix stuff I've been seeing recently is really hitting home, like to where they point to the point where they actually using the word more uh
Right,
in their descriptions. You see,
right,
and just being blatant about that which it is. Uh, uh, you know that which it is that we are as a people, and it's looking crazy because man, if you obviously not seeing this at this point and you blind to that, you got to be a mental slave or some sort of something else that's not a skin folk ain't all skin folk ain't kinfolk
right.
as long
And they
and
like
you know
they talk about our Ritz skin families. They talk about what happened back at Ritz. Man, they're telling you, bro, you gonna be bugging. I just be bugging to hear them like, boy, look at these mugs nowadays. Okay, all right.
right.
But then it be like,
I
I'm gonna go ahead.
go ahead Islam. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you. I'm sorry.
No, no, you goody. Go ahead, man.
No, I wasn't gonna say nothing. Islam.
I was just still gonna be at length somewhat regarding that situation, that show.
True
Now
peace.
what's go ahead, right now. I'm sorry.
Dr. Idris, man, it's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today. Happy holy day. That's very interesting information that you just put out there. What was the name of the movie that you said that a lot of our information, as far as from the ancient times and things that happen, um, is being put in movies?
Yeah, then this one is called Moonfall.
Moon.
Yeah, Moonfall.
Okay, I can find this on Netflix, or where do I find it?
I happen to be on Alaska Airlines flying, and so it was just through their platform that I seen it. Now
Oh,
you can GTS, and then they'll tell you whatever platform might be streaming it, but I happen to watch it then.
okay. Much gratitude.
Yeah, yeah, definitely GTS, and bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, you read my mind, brother Mo, because I sure wanted to hear the name. So it's called Moonfall.
Yeah,
Okay.
Moonfall with Halle Berry in it.
And we say Netflix, right? That's right.
No, I don't know. Now what I'm saying, you might want to you gonna. I'm a
Okay, do the due
GTS.
diligence. I
I'm a
got you.
GTS it right quick.
Islam.
So Moonfall is streaming. You can pay $6 for it on YouTube. Let me see. Alright, so you can pay. Yeah, it ain't free yet, but it's $6 on Amazon Prime. It's $6 on Vudu, and it's $6 on YouTube, and $6 on Google Play Movies and TV.
Okay, okay,
You
Islam.
can also rent it on Apple TV. Uh,
See stuff like this, Islam, real quick. I think we
yeah.
could put together those type events we was discussing, brother Mo. Islam.
Yeah, that would be a good one, man. I know that one Jupiter Ascending was a nice one too, but the one that Dr. Idris saw my moon for, I definitely want to see that one.
So you talking about like a group watch?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Make it, make it a live event for the brothers and sisters in the temple, because that's how we need to
Um,
be, linking up with each other. Islam.
yeah, that would
Definitely.
be good for a movie night or something, for the community.
I definitely would, man. Cause then, yeah, cause then we can cipher, and we can have a little cipher.
Yeah,
As we watching it, cause I don't watch movies quiet. I'm talking to the screen. I'm expressing myself. I'm just, even if I'm in the theater, I just don't sit there all docile. I interact.
Islam. And I think it gives us a way to kind of do some of the work that the master teacher left, and leave record for the people so they could observe those same critiques, you see, and observations. And
Definitely.
you see what I'm saying? And
Yeah, it helps show these. It helps show people. Don't sit there so much watch the movie, but break it down, decipher it, get the encryptions. That's being encrypted in the movie.
that's right. That's what help, break a lot of the spell of what's going on. And I'm glad I'm one thing I want to say about what's been taking place on Clubhouse recently, man. It's a beautiful thing. And everybody's gravitating toward, they're seeing the resources that we've been talking about since last year. And going into the different spaces, just constantly hearing the same repeat of the spell and how to break the spell, you see. And for that to be happening in a multifaceted way, from different groups on Clubhouse, from different rooms, from different perspectives, and they're talking about the spell, y'all, Islam. And so to see that being broken, and it's being described in so many multifacets of ways, you have no choice now at this point but to break past the cognitive dissonance that's been happening, and the spell of racial ignorance and blindness that we have amongst as a people. The other day, me and we was talking, and we talking about the situation in the tribunal, and people was coming in and out from different rooms, but they really didn't stay long enough to catch our true perspective on racism, or a lot of them don't even stay around long enough to listen to the affirmation complete, because we say what we accept as fact: no one wins the race in racism, right? And so, some of the things that we were touching on, as far as the perspective of us as a people, indigenous people, and our talking points and things of that nature, there's nothing wrong with us going into detail about us talking about our talking points. So for those that come back, and do find the heart or the space to actually come and listen to the replays, and they heard the situation that was taking place as far as in tribunal this week, really realize and harness and understand that we are grounded in the fact of what we accept as fact, not our truth, my truth. This is what we accept as facts, our facts, the facts. And the truth don't belong to nobody. Only your facts can. You see what I'm saying? Because facts change. Um, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Facts doesn't necessarily change, but the truth does, and it changes according to the facts of the matter. And we have to understand that principle and those principles, because a lot of people do not get taught these things in those motivational speeches and things of that nature, because that principle is kind of only found in the Buddhic teachings, and you got to dig real deep to really understand that you really haven't accepted the truth when you say my truth. You see, you're still looking at the possession of the truth as if it's yours, and so you're still only telling your side of the facts or the story. You see what I'm saying? Or your recollection of things. And we got to understand there's always three sides to the story. There's your side, that person's side, and the truth. Right, Islam?
Islam, for real.
So with that, we don't want to lose anybody with the discussions that we were having when we was talking about six ether and explaining it from an indigenous standpoint, or explaining it from, a non-indigenous and secular standpoint. So those that do come and listen, please, if you get a chance to go back, listen to the tribunal. And the reason why I'm stating those particular things or those particulars, but as we say, we want to go into this and make it a family day. We can do it in this room, or we can actually do it in the Holy Family room on Saturday. Open up that room, allow people to come in, participate, and just build with us and listen to us break down and give the critiques of the different movies and things like that, especially the ones the master teacher told us to go to, because there's some cartoons as well, y'all, that need to be broken down, right, Islam?
Facts.
And who's to say we can't come in and read a comic book together, just like we read the holy books, and we have the specific reasons. We can do that with comic books as well as cartoons, as I was saying, because that's the whole point of getting that intel, right? And being aware of it, assimilating it and communicating it amongst the family and disseminating it amongst the family as well. Islam. So the floor is pretty much open. We can keep continuing to build. Um, I want to let it be known, Islam, that we do have our structure of engagement on the holy temples. So it's good if you guys get a chance to read over that, so you can see the structure that's in place. It should be in the World Parliament tab. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it has the Nucratic order on the not Nucratic rules of order on our World Parliament page of the website, and that's for people that attend the tribunal Monday through Thursday, and how we operate in our interfaith court. So that way you can learn, how to communicate better in the temple, and just move from section to section of the minutes of the temple, and we create a flow. We create a good flow, a decent flow, that's harmonic for people and our people, and open up that space. Make sure we constantly always make sure that the holy temples and the world temple is a safe, an open space, open heart space for people to come in, and build with one another. And I'm not sure if people are coming in or not, but we want to make sure that we pay attention to people that might be coming into the room. And uh yeah, like I say, the floor is open. Let's keep building, y'all. True peace. I'm about to share the room, get try to see if we can get some more people in, and we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. Islam. Trying to see if I can get Sister Marquita on here. I think she did sign up to Clubhouse, but trying to see if she'll come to the temple. Islam. Yeah, so we got Kenu Bay on here, Grand Man. Uh, I'm about the only one following him. Yeah, y'all give Brother Kenu Bay a follow. He on here, the Grand Man. Then Brother Kenneth L. Make sure we following the Grand Temple, the brothers and sisters from the Grand Temple, from the Grand Major Temple. Yeah. So, um, this week the only thing I want to give insight on, and if it would be a sermon, I guess that we want to stop the lip service, the lip service in our community. I'm just get straight to the point. The lip service got to stop, man. And we at the point to where we either going to show the full faith and credit that we have in ourselves and in each other. you know or we can keep suffering, for that which we already understand we're suffering from, which is a lack of knowledge. To know means to be aware. So we lack the awareness of what it is that we need to be doing, and the alignment of where we need to be at in this particular day and time. And we as a people, we seeing we being brought to the clubhouse, right? That's one of the new spaces, and they got Speakeasy and the other couple platforms, but essentially Clubhouse is one of the most popular spaces. Uh, you know, Twitter copied them. A bunch of people started copying right when Clubhouse started doing this thing. So I want to, touch on that as well, because we've been dealing with a lot of lip service. Like TD Jakes talks about one of his sermons. It's been a lot of lip service. I mean, we gonna do this and we gonna do that, and there's no productivity coming from the mouths of those that say they're gonna do that which is they say they're gonna do, and there's no equity to be found behind that which they say they're gonna do. No skin in the game. So I'm gonna read this other message that we're supposed to read from the prophet in the temple. And thanks to Brother Mo, he already took care of one of those things for me, and his contribution. Truly appreciate that. That makes the work much easier, Noble. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that one in particular, because we got to understand this. And I'm gonna make this this particular sermon, a little lecture, real quick. Not gonna be too long. Not gonna be too long-winded, because like I say, it is what it is. I got to get straight to it. The lip service got to stop, and that's just that. The ledger is on. The great meaning is on. We here. And that's what I'm saying about us getting that signal to come to Clubhouse. Because most of the time, we're trying to reach out people that's in the club. They in the club. Not a clubhouse, like you used to do when you was younger, or a club similar to a social club, which we're not a social club. And I'm gonna give you the definition behind a social club, which is it's a group of people or a place that where they meet, generally formed around a common interest, occupation, or activity. Example: book discussion clubs, chess clubs, anime clubs, country clubs, charity work, criminal headquarters is a club. Sometimes a final club, fishing clubs, gaming clubs, gentlemen clubs, which is what we just talked about with meeting our people. Most time you find them in those type of clubs. Hunting clubs, military clubs, um, political clubs, science clubs, university clubs, and fellowship clubs as well. So this is the space of how we'll be using, our club house venue. And the history of clubs, as we like to say metaphorically, we have been clubbed upside the head, or we have been Hiram Abiff, aka oops upside the head, right? And essentially our people do not get that grounded information and understanding of that epistemology in their head for why we say we have been oopsed upside the head with the billy club, right? And what is a billy club, right? A billy
A
club or a
baton or
baton,
a baton, yeah.
that's right, a baton, and law enforcement is known as a truncheon or the nightstick. The nightstick, right? So it's roughly a long looking thing made of wood, rubber, plastic around it with of course metal. And they used to beat the slaves with the billy club, right?
Right,
Or those that were kidnapped. Uh, and this is going all the way back to the French rule and the Victorian era of time, where truncheons were actually called billy clubs, and the meaning is a policeman's club, uh, where they was using that to indicate that that person had authority. So just similar to brother Idris, who is our temple authority, would carry some sort of thing like that in the public. You get what I mean? Um, and the history behind it is similar to the scepter and the staff that the chief of the tribe would actually wear, and the scepter, which is symbolic of that person's staff of office, position of office. So they took it from being a shoba, Islam, to being the same thing that they hit us over the head with, called the flail and the crook. Islam, y'all familiar with that?
right.
So they call it the crook, or a crozier, or a cozier, or a pastoral staff, like the Native American chiefs would have their staff. Islam. And so you see the popes, the cardinals, the bishops walking around with their crozier, their billy club. And it's also, I'm gonna take you back, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all, I'm gonna open it up for y'all. Islam, can I do that?
Do your thing.
Can I
Islam.
kick it? Can I kick it?
Yes, you
Islamism.
can.
Islam is Islam. Yes, you can. So, all right. With that, we're gonna kick the can of Uncle Toucan down the road, right? So, uh, the prophet left us with the authority. He say our authority, y'all, right? Islam.
Uh-huh.
And we give over the flag, and he gave specifically, he put two flags in the hands of the little boy and the little girl, which is our oral tradition, right? In the temple, Islam.
Right.
So we want to understand that the prophet left us with a lot of key information. I was about to say information, which is what we need to start looking into now, because we have been given the outer formation and the information, and now as we move forward, we'll be getting E formation, which is simply mid formation of the pyramid structure. And being in mid formation, like I like to say all the time, to get this information to be in a neutral state, a tranquil state, a peaceful state, a content state, a state of peace, to get this information. Because we have been hit over the head, y'all, Islam, with our
Mhm.
own shepherd's crook. And what is a shepherd's crook? This is what the prophet has left by way of bringing us toward Islam. Because the prophet was following the Lamb wherever he go. Islam, the prophet didn't take us away from the Messiah. The prophet say, hey, we need to follow the Messiah's teachings. That's what we was told. And then came along, other teachers with that, and in specific, the master teacher. So we had the forerunner Marcus Garvey. We had the prophet Noble Jew Ali come with the holy and divine covenant. And then the forerunner, Yahshua Hamashiach, I'm sorry, not Yahshua, but the forerunner, Isa al-Hadi al-Mahdi, Islam, which came bringing the opening of the seven seals, not from the Cantonized understanding of the prophet and what he put into the temple to get us right as a nation, but as the long fulfilling prophecies of the Midianites, the Ishmaelites, and the Israelites, and those sacred teachings that the prophet himself told us to be the professors of and come and teach the gospel, right? And now we understand that we're given not the gospel, which is considered a gospel, but we given the good news. That's right. The supreme news, which we call Nuwabu. And with that, we had a particular teaching and information that was given to us by rendition of a scroll. What was the name of that scroll? That scroll was called, y'all, the Book of the Lamb, Islam. And so this Book of the Lamb is symbolic, and it's the same thing of the letter L in this Billy Club that we're discussing, and this shepherd's crook, or this crozier, and now has been used as a form of transgression Islam. Because I'm kicking something real heavy. I hope y'all catch it. Y'all catching? Because I'm pitching. Y'all catching? I'm pitching. Islam?
Islam.
Islamism.
Because you got to be able to show the culture appropriation, right? Full, right, and exact, right? Islam. All right. This is holy day. This ain't the tribunal yet. This holy day. Just remember, this is holy day. This ain't the tribunal. But hey, listen what I'm saying. Because if we know what we know, and we know what we know. Islam, we ain't running around here and believe and false hope and blind faith, because we see, we know the truth. So we have been tricked and hit with the Billy Club. And our people out there, they're not here in the temple getting this good information. We got people wherever they are, and blessings and peace be upon them. Salam. But we really truly have to understand, as we've been going over, where you place your attention, where you place your time. These are the things that you reverberate. These are the things that you reap as you sow. Because what we know, we follow the Lamb wherever he goes. Islam.
Islam.
And the sheep know their shepherd by his voice. Islam. Now, we're going to get into this because it has the lamb's hook, as the master teacher broke down. And one of the scriptures he told people to stop reading a long time ago, not some of this recent stuff that's causing confusion, but, and those that know what I mean know what I mean. But the the book that caused a lot of controversy between the Nation of Islam and a bunch of other different Islamic groups at the time the master teacher was on the dean of Islam and going into the depths of the different sectisms that we have came about as a people. And the master teacher, was slandered in so many multiple facets of ways. to the point they didn't even see the divine mystery that he set in front of us by telling our story, which becomes my story, your story, and not his story, and leading it back to the prophet, Islam, and Islamicism, which is our religion. And we can't refute that we have, a religion, just as well we have a spirituality. Just because, like Brother Faze last night, I'm glad for those who mentioned Brother Faze. Miss Brother Faze's lecture last night. You should go back and listen to it. It's called Heartlessness is Dead. Islam. So just like faith without work is dead, heartlessness, as the prophet phase one, Brother Phase One is saying, is dead. Or the messenger, I won't say prophet, but messenger, phase one is dead. So with that, like I said, we should see the clear cultural appropriation and how it was took, and used against us. So I'm gonna leave these links in the chat so we can, observe what we need to observe, because it's given what is given. I put it in the Telegram chat, and now I'm about to put it in the temple, because we missing it. We missing the ball. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I got the red symbol going. Okay, I'm back. So this might actually be, a bulletin for us. And I try, like I said last week, I try to keep the bulletins to a minimum, because those are actual papabuls or letter patterns of law at this point. Now, when y'all click the link that's pinned to the top and go to the temple bulletins, those are actual law. That is law, because we're not understanding that staff of authority.
The shepherd's crook, you talking about that link?
Islam. Because Act 1 says the Grand Sheik and the chairman of the Moorish Temple of America is empowered to make law and enforce laws with the assistance of the Prophet and the Grand Body of the Moorish Temple of America. The assistant Grand Sheik is to assist the Grand Sheik in all affairs if he lives according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And it is known before the members of the Moorish Temple of America. Islam. So could that be the staff of authority?
Yeah, I remember that picture.
The Crozier?
My
Could that be the
beloved
same
elder
thing?
had that. I remember our beloved elder in one of the pictures that I got at the house, him holding it, and in the scrolls.
Islam. And you guys used to see me walk around with the staff that was gifted to me. And some of my old, Instagram photos. For those that want to take the time to go and look, do the great walk. Because it's getting time to where I got to tell my story, my mystery of how we got here. And those that are on a certain seat of council, right? They understand what I'm talking about. Because we're getting to the point where, like I said, lip service, lip service, lip service, right? Islam? Because a lot of our people are professing to be something or someone that they are not. And we wonder why we run into all the troubles that we run into. Yahuwah, which means, oh, he who he is.
I
Oh,
was
he,
saying,
oh, who he say he is.
who he is. Word up.
Islam. So we know the scepter is in the hand of the grand man in the authority, or what we would call the pharaoh. And the pharaoh would pass the road, as it says on our website. If you click the link once again and go to the Holy Ministries, you'll see this is the description that we give the breakdown of. So I'm not sure if you in the temple on Telegram, but that's what I'm sharing right now about
Let me
that.
tell you that. Well, let me go to Telegram right quick.
I'm about to add it on here. You ain't got to jump. No what? I'm gonna put it on here.
I see it.
I'm about to put the links on the club
Scepter,
on the clubhouse.
staff of
I'm,
office, the crosseer, the baton.
Islam, I see it on Telegram.
Yeah, I'm there too.
so you know these are the things that we should be aware of. Islam. And when I would hold that staff with the crystal on it, it'll give power. You see? And this is what we want to go and establish with our mindset and lock in the understanding that this is what the master teacher came bringing. So I'm about to share this picture so that way we can see, we see Islam. We'll go ahead and
Islam, nigga.
share the room real quick in the telegram so they'll see what we're talking about here. They won't be lost in the sauce. So
That's the picture I was talking about of Asai Isa Hadiamati that I got at the house, as well as the other one of him and the real person with the same garb and everything. This is probably where this sketch version came from, is where he's in the real person holding the staff or the crook.
so I'm about to share something with us. Share something with us real quick, real proper. Okay, okay. I'm gonna share the last picture. We're gonna listen to a quick short clip from the master teacher. So as we talk about that billy club, y'all see that staff that they always put in the black devil's hand with the
Yeah,
trident.
I'm about to say that. I was just about to say that modified Triton.
Yeah, it's like a pitchfork or something.
Yeah, it's a pitchfork.
So a trident is the domination of the seas across Rome, Greek, and Hindu mythology, right? And it says, in most texts that Shiva is one of the Trimovites that warded off malevolent beings with his trident. So it's also known for, for the staff or the spear that was held by Poseidon, the Greek god Poseidon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to share this wisdom as well. So we're going into great details that we don't really get, like I said, because what we do here in the temple, man, we give you quantum information. Like I said, I know there's a lot of good messengers out there, but I'm a grand sheik, right? Islam, and I'm a pillar in the light, or one of the lighthouses, or representatives of one of these staffs, right? In particular. And this is a lighthouse for us to come and get this information. So the word is actually a Sanskrit word called Trishula, and it means the triple spear. And it used to be held by what they call the mermen, which technically, right, just means Moor man, the Moors. And the word trident is a French word that comes from three and dentes or dentes, right, which means teeth in Greek, or prongs or teeth of the weapon. That's what teeth of a weapon is what they're describing. And triangle, which means threefold, is also where the root of that word come from. And like I said, the trishula, which is three, and shula, tree, which is tri, which means the word three, and sula, which means the word thorn in Sanskrit. So I want us to look at 2 Corinthians 12 and 6. It states by Paul, it's talking about the thorn of flesh. It reads, "For thou I would desire to glory, I shall not be a fool, for I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be, or that he heareth of me. And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan, to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, 3 times, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, I will rather glory in the infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. I become a fool and glorying. You have compelled me, for I ought to have been commended of you. For in nothing am I behind the various chiefest apostles, though I be nothing. Truly the signs of an apostle were wrought amongst you in all patience and signs and wonders and mighty deeds. For what is it wherein you were inferior to other churches, except it be that I myself was not burdensome to you? Forgive me for this wrong. So this is Paul talking to the Gentiles. I want y'all to be mindful of that. Behold, the third time I am ready to come to you, and I will not be burdensome to you, for I seek not yours, but you. For the children ought not to lay up for the parents, but the parents for the children. And I will very gladly spend and be spent for you, though the more abundantly I love you, the less I be loved. But be it so, I did not burden you. Nevertheless, being crafty, I caught you with guile. Did I make a gain of you by any of them whom I sent unto you? I desire Titus, and with him I sent a brother. Did Titus make a gain of you? Walked we not in the same spirit? Walked we not in the same steps? Again, think ye that we excuse ourselves unto you? We speak before God and Christ, but we do all things dearly, beloved, for your edifying. For I fear lest when I come, I shall not find you such as I would, and that I should be unto you such as you would not, lest there be debates, envyings, wraths, strifes, backbiting, whispers, swellings, and tumults. And least when I come again, my God will humble me among you, and that I shall bewail many which have sinned already and have not repented of the uncleanness and fornication and lasciviousness which they have committed. Chapter 13 reads, This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. I told you before and foretell you as if I were present the second time, and being absent now, I write to them which hereto have sinned, and to all other that if I come again, I will not spare. Since ye seek a proof of Christ speaking in me, which to you were is not weak, but is mighty in you, for though he was crucified through weakness, yet he lived by the power of God. For we also are weak in him, but we shall live with him by the power of God towards you. Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know you not your own selves, how that Jesus Christ is in you, except you be reprobates. But I trust that you shall know that we are not reprobates. Now I pray to God that you do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that you shall I'm sorry that you but that you should not I'm sorry but that you should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. For we are glad when we are weak and you are strong, and this also we wish, even your perfection. Therefore I write these things being absent, least being present I should use sharpness according to the power which the Lord had given me to edification, and not to destruction. Finally, brethren, farewell. Be perfect, be of good comfort, be of one mind, live in peace, and the love of God and peace shall be with you. Greet one another with an holy kiss. All the saints salute you. The grace of the Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the communion of the Holy Ghost be with you all. Amen. And that was the end of that, right? So we see that Paul talks about the thorn of flesh, which is basically the fight, the struggle, the battle, right? And it says Paul uh in the commentary about the scripture, it says Paul doesn't really give specifics of the nature of his thorn, and his other epistles do not directly address the topic. So the thorn that Paul was talking about is the persecution or the hardships that Paul faced. But Paul wasn't facing, for those that know and read, anything that had to deal with stress coming from the Roman Catholics. He was dealing with the persecution that he felt was persecution, because he was actually the persecutor of Yahshua, and he went against what Yahshua HaMashiach told him not to do. So Paul was, in awe, because the Romans, or the Jews, right, the Gentiles, didn't want to follow what he was saying. So Paul had this constant trouble, this constant troubling of not understanding Jesus, the message, and the scriptures himself. Though he was aware of the truth and he told people to participate in the truth, but he was given facts that did not belong to the people that he was giving this truth to. So therefore, it could not be true what he was telling. Giving grace to a people without grace, or attempting to give them grace by way of the thorn in his flesh, which is what Paul, and like they like to say, Paul is the rock, right? Or Peter is the rock, and Paul's teachings is the lessons that they stand upon. They consider Paul the greatest apostle of all the apostles, when in actuality he was a self-appointed apostle. Lip service, right? Is this not what we're talking about when I said from the beginning, right? Lip service. And we see it by way of the trident staff, which we know the Pope wears the dolphin hat, correct? Islam? We got somebody with us? I don't know, somebody will try to come in. Okay. Happy Holy Day, no. So we see that the Pope and them, they wear the dolphin hat, the Dagon hat, right?
Islam.
So wouldn't that be a symbol of their what's the word? Courtier, right? Their staff of authority being the trident.
Mm-hmm. Islamism.
It says the trident is associated with Poseidon, right? And this is a divine instrument, they say, that was forged by the Cyclops or the Cyclopses. This is Greek mythology. And these Cyclops are one-eyed creatures, according to their myths, right?
That's right.
And from what we understand is that Cyclops is symbolic of their Hellenistic myths of the builders of their first altars in their Hellenistic stories. So could they be talking about the Nephilim giants, Islam?
Mm.
And so they say that this is a catasterisme, right, which means constellations in Greek, and the placing among the stars. So from what I'm understanding, they're talking about the giant Nephilim that fell to the earth. So it's saying the giants built this altar that Zeus and the other gods were standing upon. And it also ties into the story with Athena, etc. And so we know that Trident, and this affirms, is held by one of the Greek gods called Poseidon, right? The god of the sea. And what do we call that god of the sea scripturally? Is not Leviathan another name for that deity? I'm pitching. And you find the trident in multiple cultures: Hindu, Taoism, Buddhism, Christianity. And it says Poseidon was known as the earth shaker, meaning when he hit that staff on the ground, as you see in the cartoons, that staff shakes the ground, right? Islam.
Islam.
And they refer to this in the Greek, I mean, not the Greek mythology, but they refer to this in the book of Revelation about the shaking of the earth when Jesus returns or Yahshua returns. So we see that clearly that we have been Hiram Abiff by the divine instrument that they consider divine, or the Trishula of the Hindu gods, who we know to be the fallen. And we see that they got the staff of the lamb from somebody and somewhere, because it's known in Hinduism that Kali also carried the trident. And we know they demonized her because she was more of a neutral being from Nirvana, which means she was related to those on high. And we find this trident everywhere in politics. It's also in the coat of arms for Ukraine, right? And it was traced to Vladimir the Great, or Vladimir, like Vladimir Putin, Islam. Are we gonna do some waking up today? Islam.
Yeah, there's a
Is
lot of connections. Islamism.
Islamism.
I'm
And so
definitely, I'm definitely catching.
you catching? I'm pitching. Y'all catching? I'm pitching. I'm shorting it up, but I'm pitching. So it say that this is used by the Hellenic army, military, their navy, still to this day. It's the insignia of Nepal's army. And something about uh Poseidon again in the 31st Brigade of the French army. So this is used. Also on the United States Navy Ocean Systems Technicians badge. Hmm. So one of the C also, or the suggestions, what they suggest is also called a bident, which is a two-sided, and that's also symbolic of the caduceus, like I was saying, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this goes back all the way to those on high, Islam, and we're gonna
Islam.
show why it goes back to those on high, because you have what's called, like I said, a bident, and they also say it's symbolic of the Sasamata, the caduceus, the Agis, and the thunderbolt, the thunderbolt. And there was a deity called Adad, Baal Hadad, right? With his thunderbolt that was carried by deities such as Indra, Zeus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And uh and like I say, brother Baal Hadad. And then we have the Agis, uh, which was, basically saying, the concept of being under someone's shield and staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, under someone's Agis, which means they was under that person's protection. They were knowledgeable, or they were under the knowledge of that benevolent source. So the Elad in the Greek times told these stories, which, like I say, this is coming from a place on high. So how long has the lip service and the cultural appropriation been going on?
Too long.
Too long? Islam. And now we come to a point in space and time where this time is up. We need to understand what has been going on. The mystery of God, right? So like the Master say, coming back to peel back the mysteries of God. So today we understand this trident to be, or as they say, as we are looking at in the Black Devil picture that we just shared to the room, right? And if y'all can, please share those links that I put in the temple to the clubhouse space, so that way they can click on it as well and follow along with what we're saying, Islam,
Islam.
because we want to make this real for the people.
You talking about in the messages? Put it there.
Yeah, we want to add those links into the chat.
Okay.
And this is this is pretty much the last one. I'm gonna close the sermon out with this, because we just went over, a great detail. So, and I'm gonna leave a strong point here. I'm gonna leave a strong picture. So the pitchfork is an agricultural tool. That's also what this trident or this staff of authority was symbolic for, which was actually used by farmers in modern day times for hay, straw, and manure and leaves. And notice straw is one of the things, right? Like the straw man. It says this term most of the time is used colloquially. It's a garden fork. Like Yahshua HaMashiach was a gardener,
Mm-hmm.
or they call it a prong. And in Ireland, it's mentioned sprong or prong. So they used it as an improvised weapon, especially during the times of slavery. And according to history, it was associated with peasantry and farming. And it was used as a populist symbol, which is the political party called the Populists. I'm clearing a lot of things up for y'all. I'm pitching. Like I say, this ain't tribunal, this holy day. And even used by some of our modern day brothers and sisters who are within certain gangs, uh, they use that as one of their symbols. And the religious symbology of it is it's used as a substitute weapon of the trident. So basically, it is a trident, and it's a satire version of what we know in demonology to be the weapon or the caricature of a demon or the devil. So the demon would have the trident, right? And so the angel would just have his staff of authority or just the word of his authority. So it says Hades, right? The Greek god, he carried a bident, and Poseidon carried a trident, right? So Hades can be considered Halal, Hambaba, and Poseidon is more likely symbolic of Enki, brother Enki, from Sumerian mythology or from our story. So I hope that give a lot of understanding with what we mean by the tuning fork and us being able to tune a fish and get them in the right resonation with the verbs, like and what I just broke down, because this is what the angel was doing, is was trying to tune you up and get you on the right path by way of the vibration of the activation of the caduceus, the what they call the kundalini and the spine, versus the lip service, what we call pitchfork tongue, y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that what we call it, pitchfork tongue? We call it the pitchfork tongue. Where does that come from? or they call it the forked tongue, right? And in Native America, as Native Americans, we say, we have the expression speaking with the forked tongue, which means someone who says one thing but means another. And or double tongue, mentioned in 1 Timothy 3:8, teaching with a forked tongue pretty much describes a counterfeit doctrine, basically, as it states in the Bible. So this goes back to what I was saying about Brother Paul, right? Islam and his pitchfork
Islamism.
teaching. Islamism. So if we ain't got clarity on what's been going on by now with what I'm pitching today, I don't think we're gonna get it, y'all. I'm gonna close us out with that. And we're gonna start sharing these links to the room so people can get this information. I'm gonna put what all did you put in there already? I'm gonna put everything starting in a minute too.
Yeah, Islam. I was only able to post. I mean, post one link.
It'll block. It'll stop you. You gotta finesse.
Two piece Islam. I was only
It'll
able to post one link. They wouldn't, it wouldn't allow me to post him, or kept saying, "Oops, your message wasn't sent," or something like that.
yeah. You gotta add some words with it. Hold on. I'm about to add the other ones because it's basically flagging you it's trying to say you're repeating the message. That's what it's trying to say.
Oh, but it was a different link though.
Yeah, it's just the similarities. That's why.
Okay.
Probably want to add some dots or something to it, or an
Uh,
emoji, extra emoji. I'm adding them in here
okay.
though. Uh, I'm putting the scepter in here right now so that they can go back, and review. It's a good holiday. The ancestors is channeling through strong, and that information is given what it's supposed to be given.
Mm-hmm.
So we got, you know, a full lump sum of the trident, the bident, the pitchfork, the caduceus, the staff.
So that went all the way back to basically Sumerian culture and time,
So that
even
mean
past
I
the
took
myth.
that of the stars, right?
Say again.
That mean we just went to and fro beyond the stars. We just did some traveling just there.
Right, right. So that symbol is really ancient.
And we gave a multifaceted how we see authority of the staff of authority behind the symbol.
Right, all the way to the nightclub or Billy Club.
Back to modern day utilization of the nightclub and our people being stuck in these nightclubs, being hit upside the head, Hiram Abiff, and now we're truly, truly destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We have a lot of self-destruction in the community. You see,
Mm-hmm.
I got one more to add. One more link. Hold on. Now let me give it. Come on.
The one with the
Get
agricultural pitchfork.
yes, sir. That's the last one of man. Yep, there you go. The pitchfork. So they can click those links, do the review, and really get a insight of what we're saying. Islam?
Islam. Now I know to put some dots behind it or add some more words to it or emoji, and then I can repost a link. I was wondering why it wasn't working. Let's try it real quick and see how it works. Alright, so here, coffee.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna come back and listen to this one, but this is strong. I mean, last week was good too. So you want to go back and listen to last week's holy day. Uh, we left a very powerful message in there and a lot of information. If you're not catching it, it's not our fault, but you're missing some powerful things. Very, very powerful things.
Oh yeah, that was it was a deep holy day. We definitely did some traveling, that's for sure.
So with that, Noble, I'm gonna go ahead and close us out, and we can get to our family time. And I'm glad y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all for the contributions, and let's go ahead and close this out.
Islam.
And happy holiday, Muslims and peacemakers, true peace. So y'all know the drill. Facing the east, 5 fingers on the left, 2 on the right, 45-degree angle. Allah, the Father, the universe, the Father of love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Amen. We out of here, y'all. True peace, Mo. I'm gonna ping you to another chat. Islam.
All right, true peace.
True peace. Why do everybody? Islam. True peace.